A lot of things that some of the older folks don't know. There are certain things you can't say now. Like you might not notice the word you can't use no more. Can't call them a retarded. Can't call them retardeds. Now the proper term is a feminist. It's important to understand that.
Good evening. This is Rashard Tortorella with my three best buds, Michael, Marcus, and John. This is a second episode. Oh, okay. You want to go say howdy now, John? You just threw me off. Go ahead. Everyone say hi because John needed to say hi first. John, start.
Howdy.
Introduce yourself, John.
I'm John Greening, the heavy metal Hepcat.
Marcus, you might as well do something next.
My name's Bennett, and I wasn't in it.
Michael?
I'm Mike, and that guy's name definitely isn't Bennett. Welcome to the show, everybody.
Hey, so this is our second show, and the idea was to have four guys in a bar talking politics and religion, and nothing and everything is on the table, okay? And so the first episode we had was about words that men, grown-ass men like ourselves, can no longer say. And that's the word retarded and fag and faggots and such. But tonight, I didn't want to start off in a somber mood about talking about what's happened in Minneapolis or across the pond in Iran. But I want to start with Michael because you seem to be plugged in to the military complex at Tinker Air Force Base. What do you hear? Okay, this is going to be somber because I think it's important. What is the talk around the military complex regarding things like Venezuela and now Iran? Are they having discussions?
It's mainly on the civilian side of things, on military installation, at least where I'm at. There's a little bit of a discussion here and there about us potentially, gearing up for a conflict. And then, of course, what you see out and about on the media, and it definitely echoes within, the walls on a military installation is, are we going to be essentially at war with someone like China or Russia who's pissed off that we basically yanked Maduro out of his onesie at 2 a.m.
So have you guys been following my reporting on Venezuela since last Saturday? So reporting the podcast, having guests on. We have a family in Norman, Oklahoma who immigrated in 2018 from Venezuela to Norman, Oklahoma, and I've known them for a long time, and they've told us horror stories about what they've seen and why they had to leave. But this week, Venezuelans around the world are cheering for what's happened. Let's go to something that's new that happened just last night. So I know if you live under a rock, you might have heard about ICE in Minneapolis and what happened to that chick. Now, look, I have a video that was sent to me early this morning. Okay, so here, who's not familiar with what I'm talking about with what happened in Minneapolis? Does everyone know what we're talking about?
Yes.
Yep.
So, did he act in self-defense? The video I got this morning was from one of our partners, Alpha News, and they obtained the camera from the ICE agent who was hit. And I put that up on my page this morning in a post, and that has gotten nearly 500 million views. And it was put up this morning, nearly 2,000 shares. And this shows and supports ICE and their position that this was a justified shooting. John, have you seen the video yet that I'm talking about?
I have. And, I've already said it once. I'll say it again. You don't bring an SUV to a gunfight. It's not going to end well. I mean, he was totally justified. It was clearly self-defense. And I mean, to say, oh, she was just taking her kids to school or picking her kids up from school. No, they were there to start some stuff, and they did. That's what happened.
So what's that called? Is that was a fuck around and find out moment? So she, we're not going to show her picture, and but we all know who it is. What is the problem? This is the problem we have in America, and I can probably go back to like the 1700s. Okay, what is the issue with white liberal women? They are the bane of our existence. Every video we're seeing, the ones leading the protests, facing ICE in the street, and they're getting sprayed and getting shoved down. But they're all white liberal women. So, Marcus, what is the deal with white liberal women?
I think it started with white guilt. Now, of course, this is just an opinion from my own research, but when young ladies become mothers absolutely they'll bring in whoever they need to. And the white guilt aspect of it is, oh, well, I'm white and I'm privileged. Well, I'm still waiting on my white privilege card, and I'm not 100% white. Hate to say it. The way that they virtue signal, which according to my research, virtue signaling didn't start until the rise of social media.
Mm-hmm.
I stand for this because I choose to stand for this. Women, liberal white women, are used to being able to doing whatever they want, no repercussions.
Didn't play out today. Didn't play last night.
Oh,
I mean, there was a serious repercussion, Michael. I mean, look,
Metal Mouth.
Look, Mike, you and I
Hey,
had this
I just want to
conversation.
know what the guy that pulled the trigger, what does his grouping look like? Because I mean, what's the over under? I bet you could cover that group with a fist.
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry, wrong. Wait, is that the right fist for the? Oh, it's the wrong. Oh shit, my bad. Sorry guys, I didn't. Wrong
Look,
rally. Oops.
no. So everyone's saying is that they don't think that ICE officers or ICE agents are real law enforcement. And what these guys don't know, that's a moronic statement to say to begin with, but they do go through training. ICE does not give you a gun and say, go get it, Adam boy. So they do have the same training as law enforcement, and they should be and are treated the same as law enforcement. The problem I have, look, I think it's your right to protest, all right? But if you get out and you interfere with law enforcement with the purpose of interfering with law enforcement, and you do stupid shit like this, you deserve. Look, we don't like when people get killed. Okay, I guess we can all agree that when someone dies from their own stupidity, it's still a bad thing. But this lady disobeyed an order to leave her vehicle, and she tried to escape. There was a police officer in front of her vehicle. Minnesota law that was passed by Tim Walz, Tampon Tim, made it a law. He signed into law that you cannot run your vehicle into a law enforcement officer. He was justified by his shooting. And I agree, Michael, that I think his grouping was spot on. But this is opening up another can of worms. Did you guys watch Tim Walz the other day? I want to say yesterday afternoon, because all this news, this is a big news day. He had made a statement that he issued, and if you guys, the military guys, the guardsmen, he issued a warning order. And Michael, what's a warning order? What does that indicate to the troops, National Guard members?
I got to be honest, man. The whole time I was enlisted, we never dealt with a warning order, not once.
So a warning order is basically a heads up. Marcus, you know what a warning order is, right? Basically,
Yes.
the order is given that we are going to be deployed. Heads up, get your shit together, make sure your bag's together. That's the technical term. The
It's the
governor of
first
Minnesota,
notification.
the governor of Minnesota has threatened, because this weekend is the Guard Weekend in Minnesota, to call up the National Guard in Minnesota to protect Minnesotans. Now, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to understand where this goes. He threatened the president of the United States to interfere in the business of the United States. That, my friends, for those of you guys who think that everybody who attended January 6th was an insurrectionist, this is a true insurrection. Okay.
Mhm.
And if it does happen, God forbid it doesn't, God forbid it doesn't, this will create a situation that we have not seen in America. Okay. Now, we're prior service. Marcus, you're the most recent one. Do you think we would see a constitutional issue if he calls up the National Guard to confront federal officers?
I'd never heard of that ever happening, ever, for any local government to call up, activate federal troops against the government itself. Never heard of it. Never imagined it happening. But after the narrative on January 6th and what the Democrat politicians called an insurrection, we now know that it was all funded by them.
Mhm.
It is. I can't even think of a word right now to describe the way. Like why would you put America's best against America's best? That's what we have the NFL for.
Well, we used to have the NFL for that, but they went woke. Didn't they have like the
Yeah,
transgender
I
cheerleaders?
think
or
right now
something?
they're.
Kaepernick.
Oh,
What?
that's
Hey John, do you
disgusting.
think Hepcat John, do you think you can write a song about all the silliness that happened in the last couple of days? I mean, if you look, I'm putting you on the spot right now, there, Music Man. Give me a couple lines of a song of lyrics that would explain the ridiculousness of the left and the left media.
Wow.
Come on. Oh, Marcus, can you give us a couple lyrics about the silliness?
You're
I'm
not
a
my
drummer,
real
man. I
dad.
can't even sing.
What?
I'm a drummer. I
You're
can't
not
even
my
sing.
real.
Okay, John.
No lyricist, huh?
What about you, Marcus?
That's basically the way that the leftists are coming at us is you're not my real dad. So, you're not my real dad. Give me my EBT. You're all criminals. We do what we want. I can make it rhyme. Need about 5 minutes, probably.
This song is turning into the song Alice's Restaurant by The Who, I
Dick
think
in
it
a
was. It's
box.
like
I mean, I don't know.
17 minutes long, and there's not one rhyming lyric in the whole fucking thing. Anybody ever
Yeah.
hear that song? We're
I
on our
heard
way
the
to it,
song.
fellas.
Yeah.
Take it away, Marcus.
Hey,
Talk.
Marcus had look. Mike has a
Ding
point.
dong.
There you go. Keep going.
14
Keep
dead in
going.
Ohio. There you go.
I want my EBT.
Oh,
You're gonna have to work on that. I expect you guys to do better next week. All right, Mike. Let's go back to you. So,
yo, what's up?
Minneapolis. Just breaking news now. They're on a scene where right now they're on the streets of Minneapolis. I mean, it looks like over the entire downtown, and in ICE as we speak now, they're just arresting people. And it seems like these protesters don't understand what their roles are. Now, I've never been in the protests, and they look. We never interfere again in law enforcement. But what do you think about these yahoos that carry the American flag upside down? Obviously, do they love America, or are they just plain dickheads for doing this? And why
Well,
don't they
here's
understand?
the thing. The symbolism for a flag upside down, obviously, right? Like unlisted guys know, some people know, some people don't, but that signifies like this country's in distress, right? And so the problem is when you have these assholes that are like, probably paid protesters, just a hunch, or even people that are protesting something that they don't understand, like they have no fucking idea why they're there. And you can
Mm-hmm.
find it all over the internet. You find it all over YouTube. You got these goofballs out there that, hey man, why are you here protesting? Do you know what's going on with this? Can you tell me about the subject? And it's been a trend over the last probably like 5 to 7 years. These people go, oh well, man, I really don't know why the fuck I'm here, but like, man, I'm supporting them. And it's like, okay. And the people that have this flag upside down that are carrying it like dipshits, they don't know what that means either. And it's like, why are you guys bothering right now? You're just making your cause look foolish. man, it's a headache, dude. It chaps my ass because like it's not to say our country isn't in distress a little bit here and there, and especially in the last few years, but to see these guys essentially just like throw it out there willy nilly, it's fucking disgraceful. Get out of here.
I thought of a song lyric.
What's that, John?
I thought of a song lyric.
Oh, finally. What is it? Hurry up.
I can't get no welfare benefits. I can't get no marijuana hits.
Oh, that was great, man. Great.
I don't know.
So
Off
That's all I
to a
got.
strong start.
no, look, it's a strong
I've
start.
got
I
one to
agree.
add.
No. Well, how many beers you been drinking yet? I mean, where you at? This is like number 4 for me.
Oh,
So
drink.
Considering
so
the left is being led by liberal feminists, I'm a real boy kind of falls right into place.
Speaking of which, I know we didn't throw a picture up, but has anybody put two and two together? I'm pretty sure that the more recent photo of the gal that got shot, it looks like Jay Leno fucked one of the aliens from Mars Attacks, that old movie from back in the day. Got the like bulbous ass bald head, and then like that Adonian jawline that looks like she could fucking break stones with. It's impressive and disgusting all at the same time.
that's a horrible visual. It's just
Lockjaw from the fish market.
it just demeans the eyeball. So hey, so you guys hear about the Sharia law thing here in Oklahoma? So in Broken Arrow, they want to build a new mosque, and the townspeople, politicians are joining in with the citizens saying, we just don't want this to be built here. Do you guys see any dangers in having more mosques in the state of Oklahoma, knowing what we know about how Islam infiltrates, grows, corrupts with the ultimate goal of taking over? Are we seeing a pattern here in Oklahoma?
Yes.
I think we could be very well.
Well,
we
I
wanna
think
treat
we're seeing it on a national scale. I mean, look at what New York's done. They've hired a guy that to run the city that I think that they think is going to be a godsend, but really all the Muslims that are over there thinking, all right, cool, time to institute Sharia law. And then we've got, them trying to move in Oklahoma. And I use they loosely. The danger is in the extremists, and there are enough that we shouldn't be just inviting them in droves. Because even if you say like, well, one in 15 or 1 in 20 Muslims is extreme. Like, okay, cool. Let's call it 5%, right? 5% of millions of human beings. Like, did we not learn anything from like let's call it 9/11, right? You got two dudes, 3 dudes that hijacked planes and devastated this country by killing thousands. So what's going to happen when you embolden, a couple of 100,000 extremists and give them their own, fucking complexes to work out of? Hell, down in Texas recently, Governor Abbott, I believe, put the kibosh on them trying to build an almost exclusively Muslim city.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember that. I read something about that.
And rightfully so. Like, and it's not me trying to be a dickhead, but the guys that you go, hey, if I have to question your loyalties, or at least the extremists, and there are enough of them that I'm not comfortable with it, like, yeah, you guys need to very kindly, piss off, move on. Like, Sharia law is not compatible with Western society. It's just not.
And I heard Jake Merrick speaking about this Tuesday. And he was talking about that very thing. We have laws and we have freedom of religion, and praise God that we do. But that doesn't mean you get to disregard our laws and use your religion as an excuse to do so. And that's where that's where we're going to be getting into the really sticky areas of it there. Yeah, we want to marry this 6-year-old off to this 50-year-old guy. Oh, well, sorry, we don't do that here. But it's part of our Sharia law. Well, not in Oklahoma. I mean, we're going to have to.
Hey, I will say, if I may, they being like that people from that region, right? They made a hell of a contribution to society, the world society. So they were the first ones to use the intestinal linings of a sheep as a condom, right? And then the Europeans refined the design and they pulled it out of the goat first, which is fucking wild.
I feel, well, I don't really feel
Sorry.
about it. I use logic and reason to try to determine, come up with an opinion, and try to be unbiased. But due to the Christian-Islam conflict that has been going on for thousands of years,
Yeah.
USA being a Christian-based nation, having a First Amendment giving people the freedom to religion and express through that religion, I absolutely feel like Islam moving into Oklahoma, being predominantly red, Bible Belt, it is about infiltrating the Christian ideology.
Right.
And Sharia law
Agreed.
removes all of the rights to our women, takes all their rights away. The father determines what happens with the daughters. And in Oklahoma, you ain't going to tell a man what to do with his daughter. No way. There was a Taliban camp down by the VA hospital around Tallahena a few years ago, several hundred acres that we were told, or I was told that it was a Taliban training camp, and we weren't allowed to go around there. I don't know what has happened to it since, but the Tallahena Veterans Home has been rebuilt in a different place.
I'll
Wild.
tell you, it's a wild story. You guys hear any good jokes lately here? There's a channel that I left, and all these guys do for an hour is go back and tell jokes for each other. I mean, so I'm looking at some of their jokes here. It's like, why couldn't a lizard get a girlfriend? Because he had a reptile dysfunction.
Nary urethra.
What's that?
Damn it, Bobby. Nary urethra.
Yeah.
Hey, so,
That was a good impression for those of us that are old school King of the Hill fans.
yeah, I'm big King of the Hill fan. Here's
Dango.
Hey.
That's a
How
Dango
about
good
this?
impression.
Why isn't there a pregnant Barbie doll?
Because
Because
Ken comes in another box.
Oh,
Oh, I heard that one recently, man. Laugh. Sorry to steal your thunder, but God bless, I couldn't help it. Laugh my ass off.
okay, fellas, here's one. You know what you get when you cross a Chinese man and a hooker? Someone who will suck your laundry.
What the fuck?
I don't know. All right, here's one. Why are one night stands with a man like an earthquake? You'll never know how long they'll last. That's not funny. These guys did it.
Oh, that was terrible. That was awful. Wah, wah.
Wah, 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 wah. Okay, what's
So-
the
Yeah.
difference between a pregnant woman and a light bulb? You can unscrew a light bulb.
Hey, man, you can unscrew a pregnant woman. You just have to have enough flights of stairs.
No.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry. That was fucking terrible. Oh, God.
That was awful, bro.
Okay, so-
Okay, yeah, that was a terrible. Hey, man, at least I didn't say you just got to find a nice, clean coat hanger. I mean, fuck's sake.
Ooh.
Hey,
Ooh.
you
I
know
got
what a
one.
liberal
No, too
female
much.
does
No.
after sex? You know what a liberal female says after sex?
What?
Dad, get off me. You're smashing my cigarettes.
No.
Oh, my
no,
God.
no.
Oh.
You hear
Oh,
about
guys.
Hear about the two Irish gay guys?
What?
They
What?
were Patrick Fitzgerald and Gerald Fitzpatrick.
It took me a while to get that one.
Uh.
I didn't get it at first. Anybody know any good little Johnny jokes? I used to have
Yeah.
that
Oh, God,
tip
I
in
haven't heard a
mind.
good little Johnny joke in years, man.
I haven't either.
I do.
Tell us.
Little Johnny.
So little Johnny sitting in class, okay, at school, and the assignment is they're discussing parts of a farm. So the teacher says, "Class, what is the wooden box that a pig eats out of?" Susie raises her hand and says, "Teacher, that's called a pig trough." And the teacher says, "Susie, that's right." She said, "Okay, what is the building called that they put the hay in?" Darren raises his hand. "That's called a barn, teacher." Teacher says, "That's right, Darren." She said, "Okay, can anybody tell me what the thing on top of the barn is that tells us which direction the wind is blowing?" Little Johnny raises his hand and she ignores him. She says, "We need to know what the thing on top of the barn is that tells us which direction the wind is blowing so the farmer knows." Johnny sitting in the back just, "Teacher, teacher." She said, "Okay, Johnny, what is it?" He said, "It's called a weathercock." She said, "That's right, Johnny." And she's kind of confused that, like, that's exactly what it is. She said, "But do you know why it's called a weathercock?" Little Johnny said, "Yeah, teacher, it's because if it was called a weather cunt, the wind would blow right through it."
Girl. What do you call a nun in a wheelchair? Virgin Mobile.
Oh my God.
I'll buy that
You,
for $1.
oh, fellas, I tell you what, does anybody here know the difference between acne and a Catholic priest?
I
Usually, the acne waits till the boy's at least a teenager before it comes on his face. Ew, disgusting. Ugh. I'm sorry.
We went so
Is that too
close.
far?
No, the gay jokes, man. You're bringing back last week's episode, man. Guys, you build 1,000 bridges and you suck one dick, then you'll always be a cocksucker. You guys see, so I just got back into watching Ray Donovan, and there was an episode in the scene with Lee Drexler. He's one of the attorneys that Ray Donovan works for. If you guys don't know Ray Donovan, he's kind of a fixer, right? And he works for these two lawyers, and he goes around fixing things here. And there was a scene that always stuck in the back of my head that you suck one dick, you'll always be a cocksucker, and that is true. I mean, look, that is true. I have a problem. You guys know this. I think all you guys know this. That I don't care if you're gay, but I do have an issue with these reformed homosexuals who have walked away from the lifestyle, and it's cool. I'm glad they have, but they attack other people for being gay. What the fuck is up with that? That makes no sense. If anything, your form of homosexual act should be helping these guys go find God instead of attacking them for being gay. I hate the
Reverse
hypocrisy.
virtue signal.
That's virtue
It's like
signaling.
why is Santa so jolly? It's because he knows where all the naughty girls live.
Oh,
Yeah, well, it's something to the effect of like, why are you mad about the splinter in your neighbor's eye when you got a whole plank of wood in your ass? Or I don't know, some other insert gay joke here. I'm paraphrasing and I'm fairly sure I misquoted, but you guys know what I mean. Like, come on now.
Explain yourself. I don't know what you mean. Say
Yeah.
clearly. Say clearly. I have no idea. We're all in suspense. What the fuck are you
Through
talking
my
about?
ears. Oh,
What's
sorry.
that?
I done shit the bed. So did anybody else hear my phone ring through, or was that just me?
So
Oh,
I got
God.
a hand job from a blind woman once. She told me, "This is the biggest dick I've ever come across." I said, "No, you're just pulling my leg."
I'm just looking for a worthy moose knuckle.
Oh, God.
This is funny.
Oh,
I got fired. Look, this is
fuck's
last one.
sake.
Last one. I got fired from a sperm bank. Every time someone walked in, I'd say, "Go get a load of this guy."
That makes me unhappy in the pants.
Yeah, imagine trying to produce a boner after that introduction. Like,
Oh God. They'd say
oh,
That's why I use
they
water
say
wings
okay.
that
and rubber bands.
they say the dove is the bird of peace. Do you guys know the bird of love? It's called a swallow.
I think I just grew up a little bit.
These
So
guys
did
are.
she, which means she didn't love you. Fuck that chick.
Mm,
Oh.
this is funny.
Mm.
So, and anyway, so Michael, you have to come up with a better joke. The acne joke was just so horribly funny that I think you can top that.
Now, dude, I don't know if I can top that right offhand. I'm a few of these deep, but I will say, you know, you know what they call a discount circumcision, right?
Mm-mm.
A ripoff.
Oh.
Hey Marcus, why
Uh,
don't birds? Hey Marcus, why don't birds wear underwear? Because their pecker is on their face.
Oh. Do you know what STD you get from fucking a bird? Chirpies.
oh God, that was terrible. That was funny. It was terrible. For fuck's sake. Oh,
Okay,
I
John,
can't
be
keep the
so
nah.
noise
quiet.
down.
John, this one's for you. This one's for you because you're pretty much like the old man of the group, and you try to keep us online. You try, but do you know Obama's way of making a blowjob OSHA compliant? You add a railing.
I'm fairly certain that was
That took a while.
signed into law at some point after an incident with Michael. I mean Michelle taking care of business. Uh, there was a railing
Mike,
indeed.
there's a lot of railings, but here's one. Hey, Michael, this one's for you. A woman walks
Oh
into a
God.
doctor's office complaining of acute angina. The doctor says, "Your tits aren't bad either."
Talk about lip service.
Yeah, right. All
Oh
right,
God.
all right. We're nearing
They're
the
they're just
30.
gonna progressively get worse.
We're nearing the 30-minute mark here, so it's time for us to sign off, and we do have to come up with a new name, and so
Why?
we'll start. Do
Did
you
I?
like the fact
I
that?
told what we ought to do. We ought to. I'm gonna kind of go like off script here a little bit. But here's the thing. So right now we're the Back Booth podcast, right? But for all of our viewers out there, uh, let's go ahead and we'll have like a contest. Let's see who can come up with like a better name for us. How about that? Let's like throw it out there. Everybody, throw out your ideas. Your and if you hit the nail on the head and it's hilarious and we end up using it or something, I personally will send you like a $20 gift card to Starbucks, or I don't know, probably Black Rifle Coffee or someone less commie than Starbucks because
Mm,
fuck California, sort of.
Shit, I'll
Black
send you my
Rifle
electric bill.
too.
well,
Also,
that's your
you
sign off.
three fuckers are not eligible for this contest. So
I'll do the Black Rifle. Yeah.
Yeah, BRCC, they got some good stuff.
Hmm.
yeah, they do.
I agree.
Fantastic.
All right, Marcus, sign
I'm a
off. What
fan.
we got? Last words.
You're the reason our kids are ugly.
Oh,
Next.
son of a bitch.
That's a country song by Conway Twitty and Loretta Lynn.
Oh, nice.
Mm-mm.
Well, in that case, he was fucking lying. I don't even know what Loretta looks like, but he looks like
I'd
hammered
love to
dog
lay
shit.
you down, lay me down, and lay you down.
Looks like Sissy Spacek with black hair.
Yeah.
John, you're a resident musician. What do the lyrics go?
Knew what?
Put him on the spot
I
twice
don't know
tonight.
that. I gotta look it up.
All right,
That's a new one on me.
I got one last one. We'll sign off. A customer walks up to an employee at GNC. He says, "You won't believe this. There's a man over there sticking his penis in a container of protein powder." And the employee looks over his shoulder and yells, "No fucking way, W-H-E-Y."
For the record, I just want to point out that as the dumbest motherfucker in this group, I got that joke first. Thank you for catering to
It
us
took me.
Magilla gorilla motherfuckers. Like, we pick up heavy shit and put it down, and apparently whey protein jokes are funny.
Damn it, Bobby.
All right, good night, gentlemen. We'll see you next week.
Good night, everybody.
Night,
Bye,
fellas.
everybody.
See ya.